open voicing. 7. As you can see, I like my kind of yoga style welcome from last time. I do it again. Hello everybody! It has the advantage, we're not losing time. I'm right at the piano. We can start right now. And that's what we're going to do with our new best friend, the D minor 7 chord we're going to use for this. So the D minor 7, in my subjective high valued opinion, is the most often minor 7 chord. Maybe it's true, maybe not, who cares, we just take it. We play the basic position, D minor 7, and it's by far not the most often played, I find. Well, it's just the basic position, but far more often I use the following. We start. This is just an inversion of the D minor 7. We just took the 7 down to here. You can play this either in pop, in jazz, even in punk but there are rarely pianos in punk, so don't play it in punk. Okay, this is one. Now we already approach a very important little detail is we can leave out I'm spitting on my own thumb, thanks Christian, very aesthetic. We can leave out the root. And this is as often done as not. Like, what difference? It has a more airy sound. Why can we leave out the root? We don't leave it out. Hey babies, it's in the left hand. It's right here. So, it just has a different sound. Okay? So, in fact, there is no better or worse. It really depends on the context. Sometimes we want a fuller chord, sometimes we want it more airy and just being a 3-voice chord instead of a 4-voiced chord. Now the next one. We take even one more voice away. Which voice can we take away, which is not necessary? Right, it's the 5th. Why? Because the brain is completing the chord with the 5th. The brain does not mind if the 5th is missing. We use that if we want to play even more reduced, but very beautiful. Don't underestimate this. It's just the 7 and the 3, the most important intervals in this chord. This characteristic 7 that implicates it's not the major 7, it's the minor 7. And of course the minor 3rd that shows us it's the minor chord. So, you see, it has a very distinct sound, very subtle, and it's beautiful. For some occasions in pop songs, this is just wonderful to have it at your fingertips. But we can not only take away chord notes like the 5th, we can also add notes. And I don't know of any case in which the 9 being added is wrong. I'll show you. Let's start with this one. We have the D minor 7 played in this 7, 3, 5, and now listen to this. Wonderful way to play it. Very often we have that 9 added also in pop music. You might say it's a typical jazz voicing. Yes, it's true. We have this, this typical 2-5 connection where we play the 7, 2 or 9, 3, 5 voicing. But also imagine you play Hello. It's a Lionel Richie song. Hello, that's no jazz rocket science. So adding the 9 has a very intimate, very strong emotional effect, and we use that. And just to show you the dark side of the moon, the other side of this 7, 2, 3, 5 voicing would be the inversion. Also great. It's like in more poppy jazz kind of songs, jazzy kind of songs, or funky songs. We have this 3-5-7-9, and it might as well fit in the context of when we, let's say we come from G minor 7. How is that? That's not necessarily jazz. Again, G minor 7. It's very beautiful, huh? So it's good to have these two variations in your repertoire too. Now I have to think. We're getting ahead. Then, of course, let me just, show you one of the most famous ways, at least for some of you, to play the D minor 7. Ba-doom boom boom doom. Ba-doom boom dee dee dee. Ba-doom bum bam bam. Bam 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 ba-dum. Let's have a look. It's the song from Miles Davis, So What? And this voicing is also, just because of that song, it's a great song, called the So What voicing. It's D minor 7. It's the 1 and the 4 and the 7 and the 3 and the 5. And this way, you have a look, you have just the fourth structure. Bill Evans at the piano created this voicing, and the fourth structure is for the ear, a very open structure, because thirds always indicate the tonality, like minor, major. A chord in just fourths doesn't have any thirds, well, apart in this case from the top one, so to the ear it has this kind of open modal sound. That is it major, is it minor? Well, we have the minor third here, but still, it's in a fourth structure. That's the idea. And just to give away the magic, this is just the same in E minor. So these both are very, very renowned, famous chords from the E minor 7 in the same structure, 1, 4, 7, 3, 5, going down. And that thing then is going. It's going one up. So those, that was just in between for those who love a little bit of jazz. This doesn't fit too much in pop music, and it always has the feeling like we are quoting Bill Evans here. So it's for specialists, or just if you want to play that song. Now I want to show you one that might not automatically jump to your mind. It's this one, where we now would call that more open voicings. This one, or also the So What chord, we would probably call the more the close voicings, well, because everything is more close by. It's a little bit tighter, everything, and also to the ear it feels more close than, let's say, this one. Yeah? What do? We play the minor third, the 7, and the minor third even doubled. Again, we can skip the 5 and leave it out, and creates this open sound. And this is great for also again for ballads. Let's imagine we play the G minor, a D minor 7, and the G7. And now the C major 7, pardon me, it's not Corona, it's Christian. Having a nut in his throat. Okay, here. Open voicing. Oh, that makes your mouth go dry or very wet, like salivating wet. You see, it's again, we have very airy sound, intimate, and we can just connect this to the G7 where we also have an open voicing with the 7 being doubled and the 3rd now suddenly in between. Hey, how's that magic happening? It just is. Again, we can skip the 5 and then we can go on to the C major, again with the 3rd doubled and with the major 7. So the structure is basically the same. Wonderful, yeah? And these is also very nice, more shiny before we play this here. Now we're doubling the 7. And we have again. Again. And we have a one-hit wonder. One-hit wonder just for the duration of this tutorial. Now, Christian, what else on your mind? How else? What other ways can we play it? And then, of course, we have the whole empire of not playing it in straight 4th notes. We can play it in, of course, arpeggiated. Like. Christian, why are you just with your bloody small pinky playing always like you have really fat fingers? Like Oscar Peterson? So, you can either like... You see? Just use any pattern or... Yeah. Or... So there are, of course, then even more endless possibilities to play this chord in rhythmic fragmentation. Oh, this is a tough one. Oh, my back. Oh. I hope I could give you some inspiration to try with it and to explore the sounds of your chords. And I can't do this much longer. Oh, bye from Berlin. Take care. Stay safe. 'Cause I don't. Oh.